Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today, I'm extremely excited because you get to see the ignorance of an assistant state's attorney who doesn't understand the First Amendment. Can you believe it? Let's get into it. All right, guys. So before I read you her response to the motion to dismiss, which I'm telling you, stick around because you're going to want to see that. I just want to go back a little bit. I want to go back a little bit to just so everybody's familiar, this is my Berwyn, Illinois case where I was arrested at City Hall for disorderly conduct. Originally felony eavesdropping, but apparently they changed up at the last minute. So right here is the misdemeanor complaint. And the complaint, as you see here, is Ruth Siaba Green. Now, Ruth Siaba Green, just a little bit of background on her. She's actually the city administrator for the city of Berwyn, right? Also, her husband is a sergeant in the Berwyn Police Department. He currently has 7 federal lawsuits ranging from unlawful arrest, excessive force, etc. 7 federal lawsuits against him. 100% he's a tyrant. So I would expect that his wife is no different. So Ruth Siaba Green is the complainant in this case. And you will see here the actual statement here is Sean Paul Reyes knowingly used a device to video and audio record conversations between City Hall employees and Berwyn residents, God forbid, without their consent after being verbally advised to stop recording, along advising that there are signs posted throughout City Hall that such recording is not allowed. And if you remember, when I went to protest, when we the people went to protest in front of Berwyn City Hall after I was arrested, the mayor, Robert Lavero, he took down those unconstitutional signs. So I don't know why they're mentioning them here, thus alarming city employees. So basically, disorderly conduct is your conduct is alarming to other people, right? So they're saying that my First Amendment protected activity conduct was alarming people. So now if we go straight down here, I want to show you one more thing. All this is on my website, longislandaudit.com. But if we go down here, I want to see something. Okay. This is the Sergeant Volante who effected the arrest. I then spoke with Ruth Siaba Green, who related she was contacted by employees regarding a subject videotaping inside City Hall, which frightened and threatened the employees. Ruth Siaba Green further related she will sign a criminal complaint if necessary. I spoke with Shannon Roberski, who related she observed a male subject near her desk and was going to ask him if he needed help. Once Shannon Roberski observed the male subject was videotaping the area, she began to panic because she was been recorded in City Hall in the past and a degrading video was posted. I spoke with Trisha Powers, who related she observed an unknown male subject who was walking around the second floor videotaping. She felt frightened because the office located on the second floor, the mayor's and the city administrator and the city attorney offices are usually visited by appointment only. So a little context here. Again, Ruth Siaba Green is the person who is the complainant in my misdemeanor complaint, right? So again, city administrator. She's Shannon Roberski. She's just a I believe just a clerk somewhere in there. Never had any contact with Shannon. Never. Who's Shannon? I have no idea. Never had any contact with her. But apparently my behavior alarmed her to the point of I was committing disorderly conduct. Trisha Powers, she's actually the secretary for Ruth Siaba Green. Again, I had no contact with her. And I'm telling you guys all this to show you that these people were probably told to say these things, right? Especially the assistant for the city administrator, who is the complainant in this case. They were probably told to say these things. And plus, I had no interaction with them. But anyway, I will show you the interaction between myself and the city administrator because I think that's important. So let me see. Hold on. This is gonna be good, guys. All right, let me make sure I get the right one. So I was just walking around, not doing anything, just video recording. Hi, how are you?
What office is this?
I'm the city administrator.
You're the city administrator?
I am.
Hi.
Are you recording me?
I am recording you.
I would ask that you not record me, please.
Well, you're a public official, obviously. You're the city
I'm not
administrator.
elected. And
That wouldn't matter.
yes, it does.
That you're not elected.
Doors,
Yeah,
I am not elected.
but that doesn't matter. You still work
If
for
you
the
go to our
government.
doors,
Still work for
you
the
will
public.
see on our doors we have a sign that says no recordings are allowed unless we give permission. I am not giving you permission.
I
It is
did.
a state law,
I did see. I did see that sign.
and then we
And
follow state law here.
it's a state law.
It is.
Okay. So,
We talk outside.
who are you, sir?
I'm Detective Monaco
Are you
with the police department.
police department here?
Yes.
Okay.
Here, let's go over.
So, sir, just so I just wanted to just wanted to talk to you a little bit.
Okay.
Just de-escalate.
Okay, yeah, I'm not escalating.
Yeah, no, I don't
I'm
think
just
you are.
talking, but they got to sign up. Can't record inside the building here.
That sign is unconstitutional, sir. I'm an independent journalist. I have freedom of
Okay,
press.
but the problem is, state law, you can't. They got to sign up, and unless they give you permission,
Mm-hmm.
come in City Hall, and
Yeah.
you have to. go
Well, I
through the
have
right
business. I
channels.
have business to conduct here, as well as my business of exercising my freedom of press. I'm working on a story on the City Hall.
Here, look.
Can I get your name, ma'am?
Sure. I'm Ruth Ciaba Green.
Ruth
Ruth Ciaba Green.
Ciaba
I'm the
Green.
city administrator.
Okay, thank you, Ruth.
All right, guys. So that was my total extent, right? The total extent that I had with Ruth Ciaba Green. 100%. That was the only conversation I ever had with her. And again, she made contact with me, as the video shows. She said, "Excuse me, sir, can I help you?" I said, "No, ma'am. Who are you?" Like, what about that behavior would make her sign a criminal complaint saying that I was committing disorderly conduct? And, I'm sure she's seen the video. I'm sure Ruth has seen the video. I'm sure the mayor, Robert Lavero, has seen the video by now. I'm sure the police department, and I'm sure ASA, State's Attorney Dunbar, has seen this video, along with 340 something thousand other people. So, I'll link that in the description of this live. But my point is that is literally my only contact with her. But apparently, that's disorderly. I thought I was very cordial with her. I didn't even want to make contact with her. But you can't take her photo without her permission in public. Makes no sense. So I was representing myself pro se in this case, but an attorney reached out to me, James Jenks. Shout out to James Jenks. He's a true patriot. He's representing me pro se. He's pro bono, excuse me. He's representing me pro bono because he saw this case and he saw the tyranny and the unconstitutionality that was going on here, and he wanted to help me. So I really appreciate you, James. James Jenks, 100% great lawyer, from the Berwyn area. If you ever need a lawyer, hit him up. But anyway, so here is Alyssa Dunbar, who is the assistant state's attorney, prosecuting me. So we have court tomorrow morning, right? That's when we're going to have arguments regarding this, regarding my motion to dismiss. If you haven't read my motion to dismiss, it's on my website, longislandaudit.com. But this just came in. So we'll get to the main event now. I know I'm taking too long. So she just sent this the day before, guys. So just remember that the day before she's sending this. Come on. Where's the professionalism? You just sent this to us the day before, but whatever. I mean, she's new. She only has like a year or two on the job. So, they probably gave her this. I don't know why. This is definitely 100% malicious prosecution. But anyway, so the people of the state of Illinois versus Jean Paul Reyes. This is the state's response to the defense motion to dismiss. Now come the people. I'm going to read the whole thing so you guys understand, okay? Now come the people of the state of Illinois through their attorney, Kimberly Fox, state's attorney of Cook County, through her assistant, Alyssa Dunbar, and respond to the defendant's motion to dismiss as follows. Here is the response. It is agreed upon between the parties that Jean Paul Reyes, herein referred to as the defendant, made contact with the Berwyn Police Department, which ultimately led to his arrest on November 8th, 2021. Really? I mean, we're all agreed that I was arrested. Okay, great. We're all in agreement that I was arrested. I don't know why you need to say that. After he entered Berwyn City Hall and video recorded his interactions with multiple staff members within City Hall. Those recorded included employees and customers of City Hall, the latter present on personal business of private concern and persons having private phone conversations. Oh my God. The city administrator notified police about the defendant recording and that the recording was both frightening City Hall employees and potentially violating the posted signage, citing 720 ILCS 5 Article 14. So this right here, guys, this statute, this is referring to the felony eavesdropping statute, which I was arrested for originally. But after spending 6 hours in a jail cell, they realized it didn't apply. So they let me go. They, instead of letting me go, they just decided, oh, let's get him with contempt of cop, disorderly conduct. Let's throw something at him. We can't just let him go because we messed up, right? Prohibiting the use of any device capable of being used to hear or record oral conversation had in person, by telephone, or by any other means. The defendant was ultimately detained pending investigation of potential statute violation and was charged with 1 count of disorderly conduct, a Class C misdemeanor. Any argument that the complaining witness's reaction to the defendant's actions was exaggerated or feigned gives greater weight to one person's opinion over another's reaction. Listen, I got to break this down. She's saying that just because that what I wasn't doing wasn't reasonable. Basically, this is what I get from it. That what it was reasonable, that she's entitled to her feelings. This is what this means to me, guys. That she's entitled. Ruth Siaba Green is entitled to her feelings about being, feeling threatened. Come on, this is such garbage. And the defendant's contention is that an opinion. It is neither fact nor law. Alyssa, what fact or law are you prosecuting me on? Like, I don't understand this at all. The court has held that whether an act provokes a breach of peace depends upon the circumstances. I agree. It would depend on. So in the middle of the day, being very cordial and polite, exercising a First Amendment protected activity. Doesn't seem like that has the potential to be a breach of the peace to anybody in public where no one has a reasonable expectation of privacy, Alyssa. Breach of the peace implies the defendant engaged in conduct that created a consternation and alarm. People v. Allen, ultimately, it is the responsibility of the trial court to listen to testimony of all necessary witnesses, weigh their credibility, and consider the facts of the case to determine if the alarm was warranted. So she's basically saying that this is for a trial to decide, right? This is, forget that it's absurd. Forget that this is malicious prosecution. Forget that this is a First Amendment protected activity. Forget all of that. Forget the Constitution. Forget people's rights. Forget, we're not doing feelings enforcement here. Let's let the judge decide. Let's let them hear if they're credible or not, that they felt alarmed. Anyway, argument. The eavesdropping statute is intended to prevent individuals from recording of private communications, whether in person, by telephone, or by other means. Examining the circumstances surrounding the defendant's arrest when he entered and remained in City Hall, which was occupied by both employees and civilians, the defendant was using a camera for both video and, importantly, audio recording. Defense motion argues that his actions should be of no consequence to the complaining witness because they are regularly recorded by security cameras and thus consent to be recorded on a daily basis. This Illinois State Supreme Court established in People v. Seha that consent may be satisfied without showing a type of informed consent necessary for a defendant to waive the Fourth Amendment right. Consent in the context that either be expressed or implied. Implied consent is consent in fact, which is inferred from the surrounding circumstances indicating that the party knowingly agreed to the surveillance. Thus, implied consent may be deduced from prevailing circumstances in a given situation. In the case at bar, there have been no facts presented to indicate that either the complaining witness any of the city employees, the private citizens present in the building, or any who were on the phone with City Hall at the time that defendant's recording expressly consented to be recorded. In fact, they expressly rejected based on the defendant unlawfully recording when they requested that he be told to stop recording. If the court were to accept that consent was implied based on the argument that there are surveillance cameras and recordings within City Hall, such an assertion still misrepresents the facts. The cameras within City Hall are video recording devices that do not capture audio. Therefore, at the very least, there can be no expectation that the complaining witnesses accepted that their conversations were being recorded. Listen, no one was surreptitiously, because that's what the statute says, no one was surreptitiously recording anybody's conversations. This lady, this state's attorney, assistant state's attorney, Alyssa Dunbar, she's making no sense. She's basically saying that, oh, security cameras don't record audio. Great. Well, what does that have to do? You're talking about Fourth Amendment protection. What about the First Amendment? You're talking about all this nonsense that has nothing to do with anything. No, my behavior was state behavior that was disorderly because it wasn't. We have the video evidence. You can't lie. Ridiculous. Moreover, it has been since established that the actions by police officers within their official capacity constitutes an exception to this rule. The cases cited by defense, Glick and Justice, are both distinguishable as they both refer specifically to recording police action. These decisions are not applicable in this case, as the defendant was not detained or charged with unlawfully recording police officers. How can you be unlawfully recording? Ladies and gentlemen, please answer me. Let me know in the comments. How can you be unlawfully recording in a public setting? How is that possible? What's that law? What is unlawfully recording in any state in a public setting? What would you be charged with, Alyssa? Since it's unlawful, right? Unlawfully recording? Ridiculous. Name me somebody who's been charged with unlawfully recording before in a public setting. Anyway, rather, as language of the complaint outlines, he was cited for recording conversations occurring between City Hall employees and private citizens after being expressly asked to cease, thereby causing alarm. In the state of Illinois, absent the consent of all parties to the conversation, one cannot lawfully audio or video record a conversation. What does that have to do with disorderly conduct? You keep referring back to the statute of felony eavesdropping, Alyssa. But what does that have to do with it? That's not what I'm charged with, obviously, because it was ruled unconstitutional, right? So I'm charged with disorderly conduct, and you're trying to make the assertion that somehow people in public have an expectation of privacy, which the courts have already ruled that there is no such thing as expectation in public, an expectation of privacy in public. You're an attorney. You should know these things. How can I? Wow. I'm just, a YouTuber, frauditor, whatever you want, whatever you're calling me. But it's whatever. It's ridiculous how I could know more about the law than you. You keep referring to, he was recording their private conversations. What private conversations can you have in public? Come on. Ridiculous. Let's move on. The interaction between the defendant and all persons present at Berwyn City Hall was recorded without prior consent. Again, you do not need anyone's consent to record in public. There's no expectation of privacy, Alyssa, either express or implied, of any of the parties involved. Don't need it. These parties included City Hall employees as well as private citizens who were either physically inside the building or calling on a phone. Oh, yes, because I definitely recorded people that were calling into City Hall. Did you not watch the video? Never happened. And it doesn't matter. The onus is on the city employees to create privacy. If they don't want their phone call being heard, they need to go into an office, close a door. I don't know how much I can explain this to you, Alyssa, but I guess tomorrow we'll see what happens. The interaction between the defendants. Okay, we read all that. When evaluating these circumstances, A trier of fact should find that the reactions of persons being recorded were appropriate to feel threatened and frightened by the defendant when he refused to stop recording after being repeatedly asked to do so. All right, guys, this is probably my favorite part. When evaluating the circumstances, it was appropriate for the private citizens and the city employees to feel threatened and frightened by my actions, which is recording, simply because when they told me to stop, I wouldn't. So let's make an example. I don't know. I'm making this off the top of my head. Let's just say if you walked into a bank with sunglasses on and people said, I feel uncomfortable, take off your sunglasses, right? I feel really uncomfortable, take off your sunglasses, the bank employees and, the patrons of the bank, right? And this is a private setting, I get it, but it doesn't matter. It applies because I wasn't charged with trespassing. I was charged with disorderly conduct. So my point is if you're wearing sunglasses in a bank and somebody's alarmed by your sunglasses in the bank, and then they tell you to take off your sunglasses and you refuse to take off your sunglasses, apparently, according to Alyssa's brilliant theory here, it's appropriate that you're feeling threatened and frightened because they refuse to listen to what you say. Alyssa, no one has the authority to tell me to turn off my camera. All right. It's my camera. I can keep recording if I want to. Now, what you should have done is try and trespass me, but I don't know how you can trespass me from public, but that would have been at least, a smarter route. But disorderly conduct, that's like if I went into City Hall tomorrow with, a bulletproof vest and people were frightened and they say, take that bulletproof vest off. Come on, you can't tell people what to do. And then when they don't listen to you, now you're threatened and frightened, as Alyssa wants to state, because I was repeatedly asked to stop recording. Do you guys see how ridiculous this is? Like this video right now if you want the world to see how ridiculous Alyssa is. Don't forget, like the video. For these reasons, the state respectfully requests this court deny defendant's motion to dismiss. Respectfully, Alyssa Dunbar, Assistant State's Attorney, Cook County State's Attorney's Office. It's so funny. This is ridiculous, guys. This is ridiculous. Cook County, also known as Crook County, has murderers, shootings, etc., probably on an hourly basis, right? Because it encompasses the city of Chicago. And you are taking the time out of your busy day docket to I can't, guys. I can't. Let me read some of these comments, man. Oh man. She is grabbing at straws. I want to see what you guys. Is her name Dumb Bar? I like that. Yeah, well, lawsuit time is right. Let me read some more. Yeah, please give a like to this video, guys. I appreciate it. Like and share. Comment down below. Appreciate all of you. Cook County is very shady. It is. I cannot believe this is really happening right now, guys. Look at this. This is she filed this with the court. So she's basically saying in all her fancy, wording and everything, the bottom line is she's saying that I recorded them without their permission. And when they told me to stop doing something I have a First Amendment right to do, they became frightened and threatened, which was appropriate in those scenarios. Do you think that's appropriate? Does any reasonable, even the bootlickers out there that are watching this right now, come on. Do you think that's appropriate? Do you think that it's appropriate that she felt frightened and threatened by a cordial, respectful man who didn't curse, who didn't raise his voice, who didn't threaten her, who didn't do anything of the sort, who didn't even want to record her until she made contact with me? But now I'm facing jail time and you're not. And your husband, the sergeant, who is just recently promoted to sergeant after having 7 federal lawsuits against you, that's okay, right? He can get promoted to sergeant with 7 federal lawsuits against him for excessive force, unlawful arrest, etc. You can just be walking the streets fine after filing. This is a false police report. And because you are listed as the complainant, I will be filing charges against you because you're the complainant. You're the one that pushed them to the police. Let me make this clear, everybody. The police weren't going to arrest me until she had her feelings hurt. And now because her feelings were hurt, and because she's a tyrant, just like her husband, she wanted to press charges on me. I was already outside. I was already leaving. I was already outside and leaving, guys. Crazy. So anyways, I also wanted to show you. No, I do. Let me read a couple more comments. No, I don't ever back down. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all your support. I want to show you guys one last thing because I think it's pretty cool. So I recently activated the YouTube membership, which it's called the We the People membership. It gives priority to, me commenting on your comments. Where I can engage with you, member only live streams, things of that nature. So I just wanted to bring this up with you guys. If you go here, it also gives you access to these emojis. If you guys have any like emoji ideas, I need help because these are the emojis that I picked so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But these are the emojis so far. I heart the First Amendment. Got a cool little skull here with the American flag on it. These are the emojis that you get exclusive access to if you become a We the People member, which you can do by hitting the join button right next to the subscribe button. And then also you get these cool badges next to your name. When you're new, you get new 1 month, 2 months, 6 months a member, 12 months a member, 24 months a member. If you have any, suggestions on more emojis, as more people join up, there's like 2 of you that already did without me even saying anything. So I really appreciate you guys. That's amazing. I'll probably shout you guys out in my next video. Hold on, let me see if I can find I don't have it right here. But look, also before we go, guys, I'm going to go in a second, but consider that membership, the We the People membership. I really appreciate it. It's a great way to support the channel. Like I said, you get some cool emojis, some cool name badges, and also priority, for communicating with me. So that's pretty cool. But I want to show you guys the only person who broke the law that day was this guy, Detective Monaco. Look at this guy. Look at this tyrant. Look at him. Hold on. Not him. This is the lieutenant.
Try to take your phone right now. Just think about it. Okay. Try to take your phone. Okay, great. Superior, right?
I didn't break the law. I'm not.
Yes, you just did. You just your duties, government official.
Am I hostile with you?
All right, guys, let's look at this really quick. Look how this tyrant, really quick. Look how this tyrant violates the law on camera. Alyssa, why aren't you prosecuting Detective Monaco? Huh? Look what he does on camera, and I'm being prosecuted, right? This isn't disorderly conduct or assault or a violation of constitutionally protected activities, right?
I don't want you recording me anymore.
You don't want me recording you?
Yeah, I mean it's my rights, just like you're saying.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I don't want.
Don't touch me. What are you doing?
Don't record me.
What's wrong with you? Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you, am I?
Yeah, you did. You just grabbed my arm and grabbed my camera.
To stop you from recording.
To stop me from recording.
He admitted he grabbed my arm and camera to prevent me from recording him because, in his words, he has rights too. Detective Monaco, you do not have any rights not to be recorded. I have the right to record you. But again, State's Attorney Dunbar is not going to do anything about that, is she? Where's the accountability, guys? Where is the accountability? I can't even believe it. I'm going to read a couple more comments and we'll get out of here. We got almost over 4,000 people in here, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your support. I see your emails. I see the donations. I really appreciate it. I can't do this without you guys. Tomorrow morning is court. So let me go over that really quick. Tomorrow morning, I believe 9 a.m. Central Standard Time is court. I don't have to physically be there. I will be here on Long Island, and I'll be there via Zoom. But my lawyer is going, again, James Jenks, 100% Patriot. Love that guy, man. But James Jenks, he's going to be arguing the motion, and Alyssa Dunbar is going to be, representing her argument here, which is which is a big joke. It's a big joke, guys. Come on. You can't. I just read this whole thing to you. You can't tell me that didn't make any sense, logical sense. Are you kidding me? She didn't even mention the fact that it's a First Amendment protected activity. She didn't mention freedom of press. She didn't mention any of that because she's a tyrant. Anyway, I get very upset when my freedom's at stake and my rights are being violated, and no one that we pay as we the people, they take our money without asking us for their salaries, but yet they need to give us permission to record them. Makes no sense. Oh man, I see you see all the new members coming in. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. Yeah, guys. So tomorrow morning is court, 9 a.m. I'm going to go live tomorrow. Make sure you set up notifications so that way you guys can see when I go live. I'm going to go live tomorrow and explain to you whether, hopefully the judge does the right thing and dismisses the case. But I'll let you know tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace. Oh, the Zoom link. The Zoom link. I just saw somebody typed it. The Zoom link, all you have to do is, I don't want to crash the Zoom link. There's 4,000 people in here. I don't want to crash the Zoom link, but I will tell you, if you really want to come, if you really want to watch it, because there was some people there last time. Some people were watching last time. If you really want to watch it, you just got to go to Cook County Courtroom 102. Okay? Cook County State. You got to go to Cook County Courts. Cook County Courts. It's in the Maywood Courthouse, room 102. I'm not going to post the link. So if you really want to watch, just do a little Google search on your own. It's public information. And that way the judge can't threaten me and say that I sent you there. If you really want to watch live, you can do that. Just do a simple Google search, Maywood Courtroom, Cook County, room 102. You'll see the Zoom information there. I love you guys. Stay safe. Peace.